farmers, welcome back to Selendra over here in the grass field. I have finished mowing, baling, and picking up the bales, and we got 6 silage bales off this field. So not too bad for a field that needed lime, needs to be plowed, and it had no fertilizer on it whatsoever. But since I mowed the grass, now it has 1 stage of fertilization, and as you can see now I'm plowing the field. And I think we're going to keep it as a grass field, because if I can get 6 bales off this field when it's in terrible condition, I'm hoping for like 8, maybe 9 bales when it's in really good condition. At least that's what I'm going for. Even though I did ask last episode what you guys want to do with this field. Currently, as I record this episode, no one's really said what to do with it, but I think keeping it as a grass field will benefit us in the long run. Of course, keep making the cash. If I ever need to make it to where we eat a crop in this field, like oats for the horses or wheat, barley, whatever for the chickens, we can do so later on. But for now, I think we're going to keep it as a grass field. I stacked all the hay bales that I made down by the main farm. So those are all put away, and those grass fields are ready to be rolled. I have already limed the other field that we did last episode that I still need to put some sorghum into. So we got to take care of that at some point. I think I can plant sorghum again next month. I think I checked on that. But let me double check on that again in case I don't get to it today. I'd rather get this grass field replanted first and foremost. Sorghum, yeah, I can plant it again in May, so we can go ahead and do that. So while I was doing all this work, of course, I'm always thinking, you know, how to make things more efficient on the farm, how to make things just a little bit better, and one thing I know for sure to make it a little bit better, I'm thinking when we sell the planks in July, and currently we have enough planks when we sell them in July to get about $77,000 for it. I think we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves a baling trailer. And you may be thinking you already got one. I'm talking about the Anderson baling trailer, the auto stacking one, the auto loading one. Just with the amount of bales I'm starting to get and trying to do it with a telehandler, and of course putting them on there as you can see right over there how well I did. I think it would just be easier, and then the telehandler is kind of slow, and if we don't have the grass field down here, I think it would be just easier to bring a trailer down here and go pick up, and then go unload it at the sawmill. So that's going to cost us around 50 grand. I'm also thinking upgrading the mower as well. Right now we got a 3-meter wide mower, and I think that Vermeer mower looks pretty darn good, and that will cost us like another $40,000, but it's double the width, so that's going to be kind of helpful around here. 6.3 meter wide Vermeer mower, and I've already checked, it will fit down the roads here because it folds up, so that's going to be kind of helpful. Oh yeah, we also have a little bit more cash as well because a pallet of fabric spawned, and when I went by and I said, well, the price is so good, I need that because we are going to put down a wind turbine today as well, and that's going to cost us 10 grand, but that will bring in $1,200 a month, so that will definitely help us on out. So we'll get our money back on that windmill in less than a year, and then of course, then after that, everything is pure profit. Let's see, a little bit more of the grass field down here to plow. So this field is starting to look better and better and better for yield potential. It always seems weird, though. I've done this on a few maps. But recently, East Vineland, we did it. And here, I got to plow grass in to replant grass. Just the way it is. The grass down here, I'm not going to worry about that. That is kind of steep. And the Fiat and the mower, and it's definitely the baler. The baler is not going to be able to be on while I go up that hill with the Fiat. We just don't have the horsepower. And if you're asking why not get more horsepower, well, that's kind of a problem because we do have a restriction of 200 horsepower on this map. And speaking of horsepower, upgrading the Deutz up to 80 horsepower sure has made it a lot more useful. On its own, has a lot more get up and go, gets up to speed a lot quicker. And even moving the baling trailer around, it seemed to do not too bad with it, even with all these bales on here. 66,000 liters of grass fermenting in the silage currently on here. We should have no problem getting it back over to the sawmill. But the next step is to spread some lime in this field. So we need to go ahead and do that. So currently on here, how many bales we actually got on here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a dozen bales. So loading them up with the telehandler on here took a while. So I think getting the autoloader would definitely help us on out. And then when I stack it at the sawmill, it won't be a mess. It'll be a lot more easier. When I sell the bales, I'll probably still use the telehandler. Yeah, so before, I don't think the Deutz with the 52 horsepower that we had would have got this trailer up the hill. Now with 80, yeah, it does struggle a little bit, but it's better than not using it at all. Let's go ahead and get this down at the sawmill. I will have to unload them, because I will need this trailer for the planks in July. Now I know there was a question of, am I going to buy every field on this map? And I'm going to say no. We're not going to be doing that. We are going to buy those 2 potato fields, not now because they got potatoes in them. But maybe next year we'll buy those 2 fields, and that'll be it. I do believe for the fields that we're going to harvest. I may buy more fields to put down other stuff like sheds, or I don't know if I'll do a production building or not, but you get the drift. As for farming fields, those 2 potato fields, we'll buy those and merge those 2 together. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and park this right here, and I'll unstack it later on. Let's get the Deutz back up to the grass field. We got our spreader already full of some lime. We got to put lime down the field, and like I said, definitely put some grass into it. And then I got 3 grass fields to roll. Got them doing this month because I don't want to reset the grass to the original growth stage. Yeah, the spinnery should be doing better because last episode we upgraded it to level 4, I believe. And right now I'm going to say I don't think I'm going to upgrade it any more than that, but we'll see how the future goes here. Yeah, I just decided to leave this a grass field up here for a couple of reasons. One, we can harvest it 3 times a year. And if we do get 8 bales, possibly 9, you multiply that by 3 because you can harvest it 3 times a year. We'll just say you get about, we'll get 25 bales of silage off this field a year. And that would be pretty darn good money. And then also having to bring the harvester all the way down here for 1 field. Yeah. I mean, it's not, I keep saying all the way down here like it's like I'm playing on a 4x4 map here. Can you make it up the hill with that on the back? You should be able to. Yeah, before, I don't think it would have. And we are going to go through the line pretty quick. That's one thing I got to get used to. I don't have a lime spreader that holds 10,000 liters. It only holds 440. So it's going to be a few trips back and forth to the store. So that's one. So it's going to be like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 trips back and forth to get some lime. Luckily we don't, like I said, don't have that far to go, but let's get this done, and then we can grab the Fiat, put the drill on, come up here, we'll plant the grass, and then head on back, grab the roller, and start rolling these grass fields.
You wanna ride on my wave just because it's fun. You wanna be in my space, too close to the sun, don't seem to care if it's safe. Well, that makes 2 of us. I'm so insane, and you like it. But you haven't seen anything yet. Now you're just beginning your trip to regrets. You might think you know me, but soon you forget. I'm too insane, and you know it. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. I'll say I'm fine when I'm not, just to mess you up. I won't be.
Well, I'm hoping this is the last trip. I got a funny feeling it'll be just short, so another trip to the store possibly. Yeah, it would be nice to get a bigger spreader that holds more, but it seems like you go to this type of spreader here that holds like 440 liters, and then you get up to just the bigger spreaders, which wouldn't look right. I remember on East Vineland getting a big spreader for the John Deere, and that just looked ridiculous. Apparently I can't get that little spot, and I keep wasting lime. I want to make sure I get this done. Yeah, we'll get it all done in one last trip here. All right, let's see if I can get that one last spot there. But we're only paying $74 every time we fill this up from the bulk silo. And that is all the lime spreading I need to do this year. For some reason, grass fields, once you put lime down, you don't have to do it after that. So that's kind of good in a sense. So our grass fields are all set. Yeah, I'm going to spread lime on this field next year. But you can see, let's see, none of our fields need to be plowed currently. And of course, none of our fields need lime except for this one over here. And fertilizing, this field will get fertilized when we replant, and this field is going to get refertilized when we replant here very darn soon. Let's see, I think I'm done with the doits over here. Yeah, we're done with the doits. So the next step is take the Fiat. I got to go grab the drill. I don't know how much seed and fertilizer is in that, but I may top it off at the store. We'll come replant that grass field into grass. And then time to get rolling. And then probably skip to the month of May. And then we can come back and then plant the other field of sorghum. Or I could just do it all today. That way it's all in sequence. And then we can probably just really skip right through the month of May and not really have to do any work. Getting a little lazy here in Selendra. But yeah, 1 month of laziness. But this month here in April has been very busy. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and plant the sorghum field anyways. But since we are here, kind of, I'm going to go ahead and top off on seed and I hope fertilizer. Well, it could be that this doesn't work for fertilizer because the seed trigger is probably like right next to it. It says and open next cover. Maybe that's what I'm not doing. So my button on my Satex side panel does not allow me to go from one to the next. Can we put fertilizer in there still, please? That would be nice. Or I'll just have to buy it right from the store. Alright, looks like I'm just going to buy directly from the store. So my discount's not going to go on through, but that's fine. A couple thousand for that. Let's go ahead and buy that. We need the fertilizer. I think that'll be enough for both fields. Can I get around that gate? I can. But before we start planting, we are going to put down a generator. Something that'll make us some cash. A little wind turbine. And I think over here by the greenhouses would be the perfect spot for it. Well, technically, as for a wind turbine, you kind of want to put it in the open. That way, more wind, more power. But as for convenience for us, it's going to go over here by the greenhouses. So let's just go to here. Of course, we got to go into construction, production, right? Generators. So this is from the Elk Mountain modding pack. It'll cost us 10 grand to put on down, and it says It'll bring us in $1,200 a month. So we shall see about that. We're just going to put one in right there. Nothing too fancy, so that's why I think it fits on this map relatively good. It's not like a really tall one. And it's not, I was looking at generators on the mod hub, and a lot of them just bring in so much cash. I don't want to be bringing that much. Now, the interesting thing is, hopefully that description, when it says $1,200 a month, sometimes that is not accurate for depending on what difficulty you're on. And since we're on hard, I don't know if that's going to be correct when you get $1,200 a month, but you know what? We'll be getting something from it. So once we get these fields planted and rolled, we are all set until the next harvest time. And as I know, this will not take me... I am on sorghum. Yep, we're on sorghum. We're good. So the only thing we haven't got done yet is the mulching part. But this should get us up to 98% on all the fields. And the good news is for our animals, all this sorghum, we should have more than enough to feed our chickens and our horses if need be. And that way I can keep stockpiling up those oats for the training facility whenever we get there. But with more and more fields, that will just allow us to be able to grow more oats as well. So we'll have to see how next year goes. I kind of forgot how much those two fields are next to us, but as I was saying before, we'll buy those two fields and merge those two together, and that would be it for merging fields together. I think leaving all the fields the size they are, I think is about right. So on this side of the map, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 fields in the grass field, and of course on the other side of the map, down by the main farm, we'll have our 2 grass fields that we currently have, and we have the oat field, which I could expand on that. I'm not sure about that just yet, but I'm kind of focusing on this side of the map, it seems like lately. Let me get the sorghum planted here, and then we'll go replant the grass in. Then we just got to roll 4 fields. This one, the grass field, and the other 2 grass fields. Sorghum field, all finished planting. Just got to roll it, which we'll get to in just a moment. But since we already got the drill on here, let's go get this grass field done, that I can bring the drill back to the farm, put that away for the season. But what I want to do before I get up here is, let's not get too close. And let's go into construction for some landscaping. And let's go to painting. That's not animal mud. We want... that looks like the same texture right there. Yeah, we'll just bring that up like so. Actually, no, let's do it like that. And then we'll put in forest ground. That's what I need. Make this a little bit bigger. Just get rid of the field here altogether. I want to paint the forest ground in. It's just too steep here for what we have. Now if we go to plants, meadow grass. Of course this will grow a little bit more. We should get some like weeds and flowers into it. Actually, some flowers are popping up here and there. And then we have like shallow short grass. No, that's on East Violin. Let me go back to here. Can I go smaller? This is about as small as we can go. Kind of go up the center, because you're not always driving up the center. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and get this grass into here. Oh, I'm like, why can't I move? Well, you can't move because you're hitting a stump. And those are stumps you cannot remove with a stump grinder. Yeah, it's kind of steep here, as you can see. So we'll turn on the drill and replant the grass in. Once we're up here, we should be kind of okay. I may not get right to the edge. Yeah, but next harvest should be kind of interesting to see if I get more than 6 bales, which I would hope so. Like I said, this field needed to be plowed. It needed lime. It had no fertilization on it whatsoever. Now I have both stages of fertilization, lime, and it has been plowed. And I started getting that much grass off the field. I'm like, yeah, we should leave this as a grass field. And just profit from it from getting silage. I think we'll have enough fields once I buy those 2 potato fields to feed all the animals. Our sheep pen is almost completely full. The chickens, of course, are still reproducing. And the horses, well, we could have like triple the amount of horses in a couple of years between the training facility and the horse stable itself. Hard to get some spots on the edges, but I'll do the best that I can. So yeah, when July comes, when we sell the planks, I think we'll take the money and go ahead and buy ourselves the Anderson baler, baling trailer, to pick up bales. Just be a lot easier, more convenient, a lot quicker. Easier to stack them over by the sawmill. Maybe in a couple of years we can buy some more land and put down a shed to actually put the bales into, rather than keep stacking them over at the sawmill. But the sawmill is so spacious, and we got plenty of room there to stack them for now. It's not a bad thing. Silage bales being outside is fine. I don't like stacking my hay bales outside, although I see farmers around where I live do it all the time as well. But I think leaving the hay bales where it's dry would be a lot better. Get them under cover. Should have enough fertilizer to get this field done. Seed, not a problem. Yeah, it is kind of weird with grass that once you put lime down, I don't think you have to spread lime on a grass field again. Just remember, we're not playing with precision farming on this map. With precision farming, you would need to put down lime every once in a while still. On a grass field, that is. So, with all of our fields being pretty much set now, let's see, it's April, so May, June, July will be a busy month because all the grass fields should be ready for another harvest. And the rest of the year, both next cuts will be making nothing but silage off the grass fields. We got plenty of hay to go another year for sure. I think we got like 180,000 liters of hay currently. So that should easily keep up with the sheep and the horses. And of course, like anything, if the worst comes to worst, we'll just have to buy bales at the store. And then eventually, once we do buy the auto-loading trailer for the bales and upgrade our mower, I think that will be, for the time being, all the equipment that we really need. So buying equipment will not be a thing. So the money that we make then from then on for a while can go ahead and pay off some of the loan, eventually all of it. But it'd be really good if when July comes and I sell the planks, if we have enough planks by then to be able to afford the mower and the baler. That'd be kind of nice. Nothing wrong with the potting mower that we have now. It's not too bad to get the job done on the other 2 grass fields, but now adding the 3rd grass field definitely would help us get the job done a lot quicker, twice as fast actually. And I've been wanting to use some of the Vermeer equipment for a long time. I did use the Vermeer baler. I think it was on East Violin doing a contract, but wasn't really. I mean, it worked rather well. It bales rather quickly, but it seemed like the pickup on the baler wasn't quite grabbing everything. But it seems like I have that problem no matter what baler I have on East Violin. We got plenty of fertilizer. Not going to the seed at all. I mean, to get that sorghum field done in this field here, we're going to be looking at 15% of seed used. And this is a matter of getting these fields rolled, and then, yeah, we are done with the month of April. I am kind of curious now with the wind turbine being down, getting us a little bit extra cash if we actually do make money. I mean, we do make money some nights, and some nights we don't. I guess all depends on how the strawberries are being sold. So I do have to keep in mind in July not to go too crazy on spending money, because I do need money for, of course, the greenhouses. I would love to just to go over with the trailer and top those off with seed and fertilizer, not have to worry about it for a long time on seed and fertilizer. Just have to top it off with water. Although now that I say that, a bigger water tanker would be good, but it's hard to find a water tanker that can hold a lot of water other than getting something that has to do with a semi, and that would not work for us because that would definitely be over 200 horsepower on a semi. Unless I did some looking. I haven't really looked at the mods for trucks on the mod hub, so maybe I can find a semi. I think a semi on this map would not look right, so I don't know. We'll figure out the water situation on the greenhouses at a later time. For the meantime, I'll just have to make many trips with the Joskin trailer that we have. Alright, grass field done. Alright, so how are we doing yield wise? Oh yes, 95%. Mowing the grass the first time, I was down around about 30%. It was 30 something. But now I'm up to 98. Or no, sorry, should be 95, right? Yeah, 95. So we didn't mulch, but we're about to roll. So I'm going to bring this seeder back. Then I'll come back, get the roller. Let me get a couple of the fields done. And then we'll get the other 2 done. And then we can move to the month of May. Sorghum field being done. I have brought the windrower and the plow back to the farm. And I dropped off the weight earlier. And then I started rolling this field. And when I brought the windrower and plow back, I had to bring the weight back because, yeah, I was having some issues with the roller when I was going uphill and trying to turn. I guess the roller weighs enough to where it's taking a lot of weight off the front wheels, and we could not turn the tractor, but the weight has done the trick. That's helped me out quite a bit. And I've already been out of the tractor to check, and our yield percentage is up to 98%. So 6 bales with the way the other farmer had it, with the condition of the field. I'm hoping to get 8, maybe 9 bales off this field, which would be just fantastic. but we'll see when July rolls around. That's when this field should be ready for harvest. Still got the other 2 grass fields to roll, and then we can skip on to the month of May. I was thinking of not doing nothing in May, but I think if the money situation's looking somewhat okay, we may buy 40 more spruce trees, saplings that is, and plant those next month so they can start growing. Because the current ones that we planted back in December, yeah, they haven't grown yet either. So I want to make sure I get some more trees in. I'm not worried about those saplings not growing and being at full height by the time the sawmill runs out of wood. We got plenty of wood we can get around here on the map, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I like extending that, getting rid of the grass field way at the bottom, extending the entryway to that field. I may do a little bit more in the future, but we'll, try it a little bit at a time. This over here does have me kind of interested. We got 2 sheds over here. I don't need to buy the land to use the sheds. I can use them for something. I thought about storing my hay bales in there, but a couple reasons I decided not to. One, the sheep and the horses are on the other side of the map, and so will be the horse training facility. And 2, those I don't think are deep enough for the Anderson baling trailer. When that gets full, if I empty out bales in there, I think it'll just they'll just be sticking out too far. Alright, so now we've got our 2 grass fields to take care of, and we'll be good to go. But now, I know there was a couple people way at the beginning when our loan got up to, 1.5 million, and they said on a small map it's going to be hard to pay off that loan, which, yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard, especially in a hard economy. Makes it a little bit more difficult. But as you saw with the fabric, how much we got money for fabric in 1 year, and as long as we keep the planks and everything, and once we get everything on the farm that we need, and we're not spending money on equipment and more land, which, is a smart thing to get into first, because the more land you have and the better equipment you have, the more efficient you become, the more money you can make. And by the time we get everything settled, and we just take that money, what did we get for the fabric this year? It was like 130,000, something like that. I already forgot what it was, but yeah, next year it should be even better because we upgraded the spinnery. And of course, with the sheep producing more wool, we'll be getting more fabric that way. But yeah, we'll get that loan paid off. I don't want to say no time flat. It'll take a little bit. But I do need to save up $100,000 though for the training facility. That's how much that's going to cost us. But I'm not going to need that until next year. Because we're waiting, maybe not even next year, maybe the year after that. Because the horses are going to be, they should be adults next month. Which means then they can start having some offspring. But then it takes them, was it 18 months or 22 months? Whatever it was. Yeah, it's going to take a while to have some offspring. And I'd rather get free horses rather than paying for horses. Now, the training facility is not what this map is all about. This map is all about just playing on a small map. The training facility just adds the extra of giving our farm purpose, in a sense. When I do a farm, I like to at least have what the farm is all about. Having challenges or something. And like on East Violin, the whole challenge was just building a farm, starting from scratch with absolutely nothing. This map is just playing on a small map and getting into horses, just because not many people, I don't think, do horses. So why not give it a go? So if you've never done horses before, you can kind of see what it's kind of about. We do have the horse helper mod that's training our horses, because I wouldn't want to ride the horses. In FS22, it's a lot better than it was in 19. I think in 19, you had to ride the horses for 10 minutes every time in order for them to get trained. I think here in 22, it's down. I mean, they train every day rather quickly. I think it's like about a minute or two. You can trot around on a horse and they are fully trained for the day. So a couple more passes here with this roller, and then all of our fields, we'll double check, but all of our fields should be all set for their next harvest. And of course, with the rolling, this gives us the extra fertilizing stage on a grass field. Which does help us save on buying fertilizer. And plus we get the bonus for rolling a field as well. So remember when I bought these 2 grass fields from the beginning, I was like, are these 2 fields going to be enough to support the sheep and the horses? And so far has not even been an issue. Now with an additional grass field, I should never have a problem with hay for the animals. Unless I decide to put down another sheep pasture, which wouldn't be for a while anyways. Yeah, and when I was doing this, I kind of forgot there is one more implement that people want me to use, and that is a mulcher. So I actually do have one I downloaded from the mod hub. We'll probably get, but we're not going to need that until we do a harvest. So maybe in the fall, have to wait and see. As long as we do it before we replant. Alright, so that is everything back here at the farm. Everything's put away. Not cleaned or repaired because I may not be done using it for the year. Can I sneak this in here? Now, upgrading that Deutz engine for 5,000 from a 52 horse up to an 80 horse, that helped out quite a bit. Let's see here. We're pretty much all set. I kind of forgot that I have lime over here that I need to use on up. But our grass field is looking good. So, yeah, as for our fields, so we pretty much own everything over here. Oh, yeah, I did have a look. Field 31 and 30. If I buy one, I want to buy both at the same time so I can merge them. Both fields together would cost 45. I think this one's like 30,000 and field 30 is like 15,000. But our fields are looking pretty good other than this one here. Needs some lime into it, but that's okay. Our new grass field's looking good. And of course, if we scroll on up here, the grass field we're standing in is all set. This grass field here is all set. And our oat field, yeah, we need some lime here. So we got to take care of those fields next year, putting some lime on down. The other thing I want to check on here is, I'm not really sure. Okay, we're getting ready to hit the top of the hour. I don't know if I'm going to get money by the hour from the wind generator, or is that going to be just like a monthly thing? See, property maintenance. So property income, $13. All right, that could be the wind turbine. What's this down here? Miscellaneous? No, I think that would be... I don't know what that miscellaneous would be. All right, let me see. Let me fast forward. Oh, wrong button. Fast forward some more time there. Past another hour, so we had 13. It's got to be under property income, I would think. It's good to see the money go on up. Property income. So am I getting $13 an hour? That's not a whole lot. That's $130 for 10 hours. $260 for 20 hours. So we'll just say $300 per month. Well, it's down. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes when they show how much money it brings in per hour, per month, it could be because of what economy you're on. We're on hard economy. So, all right, it's down. I paid 10 grand for it. It's going to take a little while longer to pay for that, but it is down. Let me double check on the animals before we go to bed. So the horses, yeah, they're still doing okay. These chickens, yeah, their food's getting kind of low, but then again, we are reproducing chickens rather fast now. And our sheep, they're going to need some grass next month. But over that, yeah, we'll take care of them in May. And if the money looks good, we'll be buying some saplings and replanting those. Yes, sleep. I think we're all set. So we're roughly at, what, 4 grand? It's always good if you wake up and, ouch. Yeah, we actually lost money overnight. All right. Okay, but it's not that bad. What are the prices of strawberries currently? Maybe the strawberry price is terrible. So, yeah, the price is going down. That could be the reason why we're not. I mean, we're kind of like right here, 276 to 225. So right in the middle. So it's not bad. Yeah, just that. Yeah, we lost a little bit of cash. So it's not that bad though. We're doing fine. The property income. Oh yeah, let me go to check on that here. So where would that be here? 174 for property income, and now I'm up to 193. And we're only at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll have to see what this total is. This will be a full month, so I'll have to see how that goes. Sold products and, yeah, all the other stuff. All right, so, yeah, we're in the month of May. Double check on the animals. Yeah, the sheep made it through. Look at that. They are making 3,000 liters of wool per month now, which is pretty darn good. And I think it's just going to get a little bit better. I can't remember if we have a full... Uh-oh. We're going to have to buy some chicken feed. Definitely have to buy some chicken feed. And the horses, they're not full grown yet. I thought they would be. They're at 95%. All right. So overall, yeah. As for our grass fields, those are growing. And I'm pretty sure... Let me go ahead and we'll zoom on down there. We'll do flight mode. And I'm actually going to turn on... We'll get down there rather quick by running multiplier on. Let's check on our fields down here. Make sure everything's growing nicely. I see green everywhere, which is good. So sorghum, sorghum, sorghum. Our chickens are going to be happy. And then if we come over here to our grass field, which is just right over here, and the grass is growing as well. So everything's looking good. I mean, of course, we knew the fields would be grown, but it's good to go over and just double check on it. Yeah, so the wind turbine, we'll have to see how that goes after another month. See what kind of money it brings in. Yeah, I need to take care of the chickens. And then, yeah, with only $2,000, I don't think I actually have that much money to buy some saplings. They're only 1,000. I really hate shortchanging myself some cash and then going in the hole. But I think we will try to do that. Try to bury ourselves in the money and see how it goes. I hope our production buildings don't go on down. But if we do go in the hole, I could borrow some money. I did say max loan of $1.5 million. I didn't want to re-borrow the money, but yeah, I need to get some trees on down. Speaking of trees, these saplings still have not grown at all. All right. Yeah, but like I said, we got plenty of trees that we can fill the sawmill up with over there. And speaking of which, still got 16,000 liters of wood in the sawmill. And of course, I got to bring the wool over to get that produced into fabric for next season. So yeah, we got a few things to do. And then before we know it, harvest time will be here. And we can go on through. So 2 things of fabric. Still actually has wool in the spinnery, so the spinnery can't keep up with the wool every month now. And cotton, we do have one of the greenhouses producing cotton, so I gotta just make sure we just stay up on top of that. If need be, I can go ahead and make another greenhouse to go into cotton, or I could upgrade the greenhouses, but we don't have the money just yet. We'll have to find the money. We can find it somewhere. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.